Start with a truth most dog owners never hear. Every time you call your dog's name and they ignore you, you're not just being ignored, you're actually teaching your dog that coming back is optional. This isn't about being stubborn or not trying hard enough. It's about a pattern that forms with every walk, every trail, every time your dog bolts after a squirrel and you're left calling their name into the wind. The command loses meaning, and the more it happens, the deeper the habit becomes. But here's the good news: this isn't permanent. There's a reason behind it and it can be fixed. Let's break down what's really happening. Probably tried everything: treats, repetition, obedience classes, YouTube advice. Maybe you've stood in the park shaking a bag of chicken watching your dog disappear into the bushes. You repeat their name, your voice rising with panic. But outside, the real world is full of distractions: scent trails, other dogs, wildlife. No treat can compete with that. The methods that work in a quiet living room fall apart outdoors. Each ignored call makes the command weaker. Not because you failed, but because the system wasn't built for this challenge. Think of your recall command like a battery. Indoors, it's fully charged, your dog hears come and responds. But step outside and every ignored call drains that battery. Each time you repeat their name, you're not being persistent, you're teaching your dog that the command is just background noise, like a car alarm that everyone tunes out. This is what we call recall erosion. It's not a training gap or a breed issue. It's the systematic devaluation of your most important command. The longer this goes on, the harder it is to reverse. Recall erosion is the real reason your dog listens inside but ignores you outside. Every walk where your dog chases something instead of coming back is another session where their brain is rewired to repeat that behavior. The command gets weaker and the habit gets stronger. The real cost isn't embarrassment or frustration. It's the moment you need your dog to come back for their safety and nothing happens. But this cycle can be broken. Recall erosion isn't permanent, and with the right approach, you can rebuild your dog's response. What actually works? The answer is recall equity. Imagine your recall command as valuable currency. If you use it too often without results, it becomes worthless, just like printing too much money causes inflation. Recall equity is about making every call meaningful and rare, so when you say it, your dog responds instantly. It's not about bribing with treats or shouting louder. It's about rebuilding the command's value so it's unignorable, even around the biggest distraction. This is the foundation for reliable recall. I'm not a certified trainer. I'm someone who was once humiliated by my own dog in public. My Vizsla biscuit would come perfectly in the backyard, but outside he was gone, nose down, ears off, unreachable. I tried everything: better treats, louder voice, more practice. Nothing worked, so I turned to research. I learned that every failed recall devalues the command, and that reliable recall isn't about the dog's personality but about building the skill in the right environment, step by step. That's how I created a system that finally worked, not just for me but for friends and neighbors too. That's why I built Recall Tracker, a complete field-tested system designed for dependable off-leash recall in real-world environments, not just in your living room but outside where distractions are real. The system uses a 4-step method: track, rebuild, advance, cement. You get tools like the trigger tracker to pinpoint failure moments, engagement exercises for distractions, a recovery planner for tough days, and templates to keep your training consistent. It's not guesswork, it's a proven process that works where it matters most. With Recall Tracker, you get everything you need: the trigger tracker, engagement moves, swipe file, high distraction day recovery planner, and reliable recall outdoors template pack. Normally, private training costs hundreds, often in controlled environments that don't solve the real problem. Recall Tracker is just $24.99, less than a bag of fancy treats. Plus, you get 3 bonuses: the Unbreakable Focus Toolkit, Real-World Scenarios Library, and 10-minute recall sessions. The total value is $358, but today it's all yours for a fraction of that. I know you may have tried other methods before. That's why Recall Tracker comes with the comeback every time 30-day guarantee. Use the system for a month, and if you don't see real improvement in your dog's outdoor recall, just email us with proof you did the work and get a full refund, no questions asked. You keep everything, even if you decide it's not for you. There's no risk, only the chance to finally enjoy stress-free walks. But spots are limited to 50 new members this month, and the real-world scenarios bonus disappears at midnight Friday. Don't wait, secure your spot and start building recall you can trust. Picture this: 6 weeks from now, you're on a trail, your dog running ahead, and you feel calm. You call their name once, they turn and come back, no panic, no shouting, just trust. That's not a fantasy, it's a trained skill built with the right system. For $24.99, you get everything you need to stop guessing and start building real-world recall. Click the button below, claim your spot before the 50 slots fill, and before the bonus disappears. You've already put in the love and effort, now put in the system. I'll see you inside.